get a camera, right? So I got a camera, and just because I'm not a very technical person, I couldn't figure it out. So I gave it to my boyfriend at the time. Who's not my husband? So I gave it to my boyfriend at the time. Please help me figure this thing out. Like, I'm clueless, and he took it, and he just could not drop it. Even me, I had to start asking, please, can I have my camera? All I need you to do is set it. Just tell me what to press when I want to shoot. Give me the camera. I not touch that camera once, even use it, but that's how we started. And
Hi guys, welcome to the show today. This is Temiolukays. Today I have in the studio Fola. She is the creative director of Temiolukays Studios. Hi Fola, how are you doing?
Hi Joy, I'm fine.
Yeah, nice to have you here today with
Thanks
us.
for coming.
Yeah, thank you. So Fola, your company is into photography, right?
Correct.
And we know there are different genres of photography. Which one do you guys specialize in?
Okay, so we do portraits, we do events, we do we shoot birthdays as well, birthdays, maternity shoots, newborn shoots mostly. Sometimes we do lifestyle, not very often, but yeah, portraits, events is really, I think, what we're really known for. But beyond that, we do maternity, newborns, and etc. as well.
Oh.
And of course, we offer makeup services, and I'm the makeup artist. I had to say that.
Oh, nice, good to know. So, coming to the makeup, are you the person that if someone wants to get a shoot, do you is it like a package, a price together with the photography, or is priced differently?
Yeah. Yes, I mean, it's priced differently, right? But it's a package that covers both makeup and photography, right? Yeah.
Going back to the photography, how do you charge? Charge by, the events, depending on how many clips. How do you charge for the event?
So for events, right, we charge per hour.
Okay.
And for studio shoots, we don't charge per hour for that.
Oh, okay.
Right, but events for sure we charge per hour. I mean, there's a how do I put it? There's a lot of flexibility around it. That's why if you go to our website and you're trying to book for photography, even for events, right? Unlike makeup where they're standard prices for everything depending on what you want to do. But for photography, it's more personalized. It's more consultative. So before we really, even for events, before we give you a quote, right? We like to have a conversation with you just to better understand what's the scope of the event, right? Okay. How big is it? So while we have a standard rate per hour, right, it's a more personalized costing approach that we take, depending on the scope of your event. How big is it? How many guests? And all of those things. So yeah.
Was this something you were doing before you moved to Canada?
Okay, so just to sort of put clear some things, I am not the photographer, right? My husband is the photographer, right?
Okay.
Yes, and he has been doing this since as far back as 2017, back in Nigeria. So yes, just to answer your question, yes, he was doing this back home.
Okay.
Right, and I mean, it just continued here when we moved to Canada.
Yeah, and the makeup, you're the makeup artist. Were you doing this as well?
Yes, I was doing this back in Nigeria as well.
And what a combination.
And we came very intentional to continue the business, yes.
Oh, nice. And coming to Canada, how do you get your clients? Do you get them more from referrals, social media? How do you source your clients, your clientele?
So, yes, referrals definitely help. So I would say there are two key things that have worked for me, right, in terms of marketing and how I get my client. It's advertising, Instagram ads, and of course referrals. Okay. So if I'm going to weigh both, I would actually say 50-50, right? Because coming here, right, I didn't know a lot of people, even though I knew that I needed to network, meet people, right? But what helped me sort of hit the ground running was advertising. So Instagram ads really, really worked for me when I came, but when the customers then started coming, then I started getting referrals, right? But till date, Instagram still goes a long way. But yeah, Instagram ads, and of course referrals. I would say 50-50. That's how I get my customers.
Okay. And of course, you have a studio location.
Yes.
But then again, do you know, if someone wants to take some portrait shoots at home, do you visit people's home for the portrait shoots and makeup, or must they come to your studio for the makeup and portrait shoots?
So yeah, we definitely provide like home service,
Okay.
both for makeup and for photography as well. So yeah, and that's part of the conversation that happens when you want to book, right? Do you want to come to us? That's for like studio or portraits or maternity shoots. So yes, we offer both services, but more often than not, just because of the logistics around, you know, moving all of all of the equipment, even for, you know, you probably can't see, but I have like an entire setup, you know, for makeup. So you're moving all of those things. So because of the logistics, we often advocate for clients to come to our space. Yeah, to come to our studio because it's easier, and of course it's also cheaper as well. So if I'm gonna move all of this equipment to your premises, then you're gonna pay more. You're gonna pay more for transportation, of course, the convenience as well.
Oh, nice. So there's this question I usually ask everybody: when you're not working, when you're not making up, or you know, taking photos, what do you do to relax?
Interesting question. I have to think about it. Like, okay, so what do I do when I'm not doing makeup? Interesting. I'm probably babysitting. I'm probably being a nanny. Like 90% of the time, if I'm not working, I'm probably being a nanny.
Spending time with your
kids. But what else do I love to do? I spend a lot of time on my phone. I'm not ashamed to say this, but it's not something I'm very proud of. I consume content a lot online, on the internet. I consume content a lot, both for my business, and just sort of seeing what's happening in the world. So yeah, I used to be like a movie person, but I think since I became a mom, it's been sort of difficult. So if you see me in front of the TV, I'm probably watching Go-Go Dinos, Power Rangers, all of those things. But yeah, that used to be my downtime, like, when I'm not working out, probably, but that has completely changed. So yeah, I'm either babysitting, I'm just online, or doing some sort of research or brainstorming. I think a lot, right? So before I do something, mentally I've created that thing in my head step by step for like weeks, for like days before I decide to do it. So I do a lot of that, and even when I'm on the online space, I'm looking for like insight, I'm looking for ideas, so yeah, that's why I say that I consume content a lot, because I'm just looking for what else can I learn from this space to add to myself. Absolutely.
Oh, nice. Okay, so if someone wants to book a session, what's the best medium to reach you? Is it by phone, email, websites?
Okay, so interestingly, newsflash or not, so we now have a website, right?
Good news.
That's Temiolukays.ca. So you can book for makeup services there. You can also make inquiries for photography, and you just need to sort of let us know what you want, and we'll get back to you. So please visit our website at www.temiolukaysstudio.ca. It's easy. You can pay online, right? You can either do your pay with your card or do an e-transfer. We are flexible, right? And if you're not comfortable, you can DM me as well.
What's the social media handle?
The makeup handle is Looks by Toast, and photography is Temiolukays Studio. That's for like the studio and portrait services, and then we also have Temiolukays Weddings as well. So for different. So we have like 3 different handles on Instagram.
Okay, and there's I barely see a couple working together in a company. How is it working? This is just to give us tips. How is
tips? I wish.
How is it working with your husband? Having a company with your husband, managing it with him. How does it work?
It's actually amazing. Right? I mean, when I think about it, it's actually amazing. Although, like, there are times that when we are working together in the same space that we are almost like, why are you, I may be doing makeup because of course it's going to take the pictures and it comes like, but why are you doing, but why does this look like, and I'm like, excuse you,
because you don't
do you get what is it, you know? And then there are times that he's also shooting, I'm like, why is it looking so dark? Why is the makeup not showing well? I don't want my makeup to, you know. So in those moments, right, it's almost like, are these people working together well? But I wouldn't have it any other way, right? It's, I mean, I think growing up is something that I aspired for, or I aspired to, right? I wanted to grow up and sort of have that sort of business relationship with my partner, right? Beyond just, oh, husband and wife. You know, I wanted us to be able to build something together. So this is actually a dream come true for me. So yeah, I would not have it any other way. Something I'm actually very grateful for.
Okay. Have you ever encountered a difficult client, and how did you handle it?
Oh yes, I have. Like all the time. I mean, in recent times it's sort of reduced just because, again, I'm also growing, right? I'm getting better by the day. But yes, I've encountered very difficult customers. But what has helped me is the fact that I've always worked in a professional environment. So from as far back as 2010, like, I understand the concept of customer is king, customer is always right. Just because I've worked in organizations that have exposed me, you know, I've sort of imbibed that understanding in me, right? So yes, I do encounter difficult customers, but I know how to manage them, right? Because at the end of the day, they had options, but they still decided to come to me. But if for any reason it's not going well, I've had a client say, clean my entire makeup, I don't like it. I've had a client, you know, I've had customers that would come and all through, they're just like on their mirror, oh, this is not working, this is not working. You have to learn to manage people, right? And that's where emotional intelligence comes into play, right? You cannot argue, you should not argue with a customer. There are ways you can pass your message across without being maybe confrontational or being rude. So whatever the case may be, difficult or nice, I'm very respectful. No matter what's going on, I'm very respectful of you. I would listen. I would help you understand that I understand where you're coming from. Although there are people that, you know, their difficulty level is a bit extreme, right? And it's your decision to decide if you would serve those customers again. But in that moment, while they're in your presence and they're in your space, I think it's important that at the bedrock of whatever you do, whatever communication you're having with them, there's respect in it. Make them feel good. As much as possible, try to meet their needs. Make sure they leave your presence happy or at least somewhat not disrespected. And, you know, I think that's just, it's not difficult, right? And if you've been in business for long enough, you learn to grow a thick skin, right? I've also been in sales, so it doesn't really get to me because I know it's not personal, right? It can never be about me. So you just need to learn to manage people, you know, work on your emotional intelligence, and, you know, life is really not, it's not that difficult. Yeah.
Coming to the makeup, do you do makeup to every, you know, all the race, or you're just majorly focused on the dark skin? You know, we all have different skin tones, right?
Yes. Yes, I make up for everybody.
Okay.
Not just, although bulk of my customer base, they're Africans, they're blacks. But yes, I am open to different race, different skin tones, different cultures. I'm a professional makeup artist.
Okay.
And I do it well. And of course, if you go to my page as well, it's not all blacks. You would see, you know, different skin tones as well and different races. So yes, as a business owner, I'm not just a makeup artist. I'm trying to build a business. So, and if my business is going to scale, I know I can't just niche or box myself to just the African market. Yes. So yes, any race, any tribe, any skin tone, any undertone, I got you.
And some people, when you're making, when they come for makeup, they want you to use their products. Are you open to using other people's products on them, or you're very specific on your own products?
Absolutely, I'm open to whatever is comfortable for my customer, right? Okay. I know I'm clear on how I want my brand to be portrayed, right? But if a client comes to me and says, oh no, for any reason whatsoever, you don't even have to give me a reason. I'm just more comfortable with you using my own products. I'm happy to do that.
Okay.
You know, I mean, when you come in, I can tell you, oh, do you mind? I can ask, do you mind if I show you something similar to what you have, just to see if you like it better, right? If time permits, you know, I can do like half face with their product and the other half with my own, especially for foundation. That's really where the conflict comes into play, right? So yeah, and more often than not, they'll be like, oh yeah, I like this better. Again, I'm a professional. I know what I do. I know my job. I know my onion. So when someone brings a product, I can tell if what I have will be better than it because I've probably used that product before. Yeah. So yeah, but if you insist, absolutely, quite a number of people have come in and I use their products for them.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for your time. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next one. Bye.